U.S. allowed Ukraine to strike any targets in Russia across the border.
Israel launches major attack on the center of Gaza.
Journalists and long journeys at sea.
You are watching today's news on NTV. My name is Nguyễn Thị and I will be your guide through the day's latest update. The U.S. has given Ukraine the green light to use U.S. weapons to strike Russian military targets along the whole border, rather than just in the region near Kharkiv. This decision marked a shift in the U.S. policy that repeatedly crossed the red line set by the U.S. and the Russian government.
According to Pentagon spokesperson Patrick Ryder, Ukraine can now use U.S.-supplied weapons to counter any Russian forces attacking from across the border, not only Russian areas near Kharkiv like before. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan earlier also said the deal with Ukraine would expand to wherever Russian forces are trying to advance. This change comes weeks after the U.S. quietly allowed Kiev to strike military targets within Russia's territory. But at that time, U.S. President Biden's decision only applied to targets within Russia close to Ukraine's Kharkiv region.
Israel has launched a heavy attack on the central of Gaza Strip while intensifying airstrike in the central and southern region of Gaza, despite casualty of tens of thousands of civilians in the region.
In Deir al-Balah, a densely populated city in center of Gaza, Israeli airstrikes have resulted in dozens dead and wounded. Israel also continued its major offensive in the central and northern Gaza, causing at least 14 deaths and dozens of injuries. Meanwhile, Israeli tanks continued deep into the southern Gaza city of Rafah, forcing thousands to evacuate. The Israeli military continues to target Hamas and its military infrastructure. Since the launching of major offensive in October last year, Israeli forces have turned Gaza into ruins, with over 37,400 deaths and most residents displaced.
Moving on to other news. Continuing its seventh section, the National Assembly has adopted a resolution on establishment of the Supreme Monitoring Group on the Environment to supervise the implementation of policy law on the environmental protection since the 2020 law on environmental protection took effect.
The resolution was passed with 91.99% of delegates in favor. It consists of 4 articles and takes effect from June 21, 2024. The purpose of the supervision is to evaluate the issuance and implementation of policies, laws on environmental protection, in the same time pointing out limitations, causes, and responsibilities of agencies, organizations, and individuals. Lessons learned will be drawn to enhance the effectiveness of implementing policies and laws on environmental protection. Recommendations and proposals for improving policies, laws on environmental protection, and related legal provisions will be made to improve the efficiency of organizing the implementation of policies and laws on environmental protection and to handle responsibilities related to agencies, organizations, and individuals.
Coming up next are some updated news.
The Ministry of Home Affairs has announced a 30% increase in base salary for government employees from July 1st from 1.8 million to 2.34 million Vietnamese dong per month. This is the highest increase ever, and meant to improve the lives of the employees and beneficiaries of allowances, subsidies and policies attached to the base salary. At the same time, it creates motivation to enhance productivity and efficiency at work, contributing to the political stability, social order, promoting socio-economic growth and development. This plan also ensures the fiscal capacity of the state budget during the period 2024 to 2026.
According to the Vietnam Textile and Apparel Association, after negative growth in 2023, Vietnam's textile and garment exports are witnessing promising signs of recovery. In the first 5 months of 2024, Vietnam's textile and garment exports reached nearly 16 billion United States dollars, up 5% compared to the same period last year, with a bright spot of the U.S. market, surpassing China and leading in terms of growth rate among the top 3 largest textile and garment exporting countries in the world. Textile enterprises believe that 2024 shows better recovery signals compared to 2023 thanks to the economic improvement of the US, EU, and Japan, stable employment, income inflation on the right path, while central banks have planned to curb interest rate, leaving positive impact on overall demand.
The 10th National Phu Sport Festival Region 3 was held in Quảng Nam Province from June 9 to 20, with the participation of over 2,135 athletes from 12 coastal provinces in the Central Coastal Region, including over 300 athletes and coaches who are education staff, teachers, and students from Nghệ An Province. They competed in all 11 subjects including swimming, table tennis, volleyball, football, basketball, badminton, shuttlecock kicking, javelin, athletics, tug of war, and aerobic exercise. After 11 days of competition, the Nghệ An delegation ranked first among the 12 participant provinces and cities with 37 gold medals, 31 silver medals, and 31 bronze medals. To capture realistic and vivid image in high wave and strong wind at sea, journalists and reporters have to endure a lot of difficulty. The challenges escalate significantly on long sea voyages. More in the following story reported by journalists from Nghệ An radio and television station. Sea sickness, days without eating and drinking. These are common difficulties faced by many journalists when they undertake long journeys at sea during the stormy season. The most challenging part is for the cameramen. Regardless of their health condition, they must strive to capture vivid and authentic image of fishermen at sea.
It sounds easy, but honestly, being at sea is very dangerous.
High waves and strong winds, it's very challenging, but we must overcome them to fulfill our mission.
Even as a woman with a love for the sea, journalist Hoàng Thị Huế from Hải Phòng newspaper also often participate in long sea trips along Vietnam's coastal area.
I always strive to produce the highest quality images and the most vivid articles.
Nghệ An radio and television station is one of the few media agencies from 28 coastal provinces that regularly join military and fishery inspection teams to produce truthful reports and to enhance propaganda on preventing the illegal fishing activity and violation of sea regulations.
Besides capturing images, we also have to protect our equipment and health. Therefore, besides physical endurance, we must also withstand the storms to operate at sea.
Overcoming huge difficulty and challenges while working at sea, every journalist with their vivid image and truthful article is contributing their part alongside the entire nation to firmly protect the national sovereignty over sea and island. The last news had ended our bulletin today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.